In this video, I want to show you how to fix a certain problem with the Fisher & Paykel dual drawer dishwasher. Now my model is the DD605. This is what it looks like, and the way to ascertain the model is by checking out this little label up on the side, and it says there the DD605. It's quite a few years old. Now if you have one of these dishwashers, chances are very high that you're going to come across this problem, and the problem is you can't really see it, but the water is no longer draining away up on the bottom here, and I want to show you why and how I'm going to fix this. So we'll first get everything out, and I want to show you why the water does not drain away, and it's this reason. We first take out the washer. We're then going to remove this whole stainless steel ring, and we do that by turning this anti-clockwise. That loosens it and enables us to remove it, like so. Take out the filter. It's really important to clean these regularly if you want to have a clean dishwasher. This is called a rotor, or a rotor motor. It's a magnetic motor. We'll take it out like this. We turn it anti-clockwise and out it comes. This is the problem. It's all broken. I'm going to remove the top one and show you a comparison as to what it should look like. The ring, unlock it, and there we go. Notice this, it's all intact. It's got 5 wings. This is called an impeller. And this is the top impeller, and this is the draining impeller. Now notice the comparison. This is the old original Fisher & Paykel one. And in my previous video, this is one I bought off Amazon. These are $100 on a good day. The idea of this impeller is that when it drains or goes to its drain cycle, it will drain away all of that yucky dishwasher water that you see down there, okay? If this is not intact, if it's like this, you're going to have a whole swimming pool down there and the water does not drain away. Your dishwasher will work, but it's not draining away the water. In the service manual, it says you cannot service these because this is sort of, I don't know, it's press fitted on. You have to buy a whole replacement part. And that's what I did with this one, and it's been working fine, but $100. And this is now the second one that's gone. But what I want to do is I want to try to fix this and try a DIY approach. Now I got this idea from my father because he has a much newer model of the Fisher & Paykel dual drawer dishwasher, and he had this problem as well, and he fixed his own one just using a home solution. We're going to try fixing this just using a home remedy DIY approach. Wish me luck, and I'll see if I can make something that's similar to this impeller for here, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, what I found is an old lady's shoe. Now, full credit to my dad because he actually did this, but he never recorded it. So I want to try to attempt this. I'm going to be cutting a section out from here, kind of just like my dad did, and I'll be making an impeller from the heel here. Then we'll be gluing it into position over here. So let's see how I go. So I've cut off the shoe, the old lady's shoe, and this thickness doesn't look too bad. I'm going to compare it to this impeller. It's very similar. We're talking about 5 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of make a shape like this onto this and then cut this out. So I've trimmed it off. That's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's acceptable. I've kind of got a round disc now, and this will be pretty good. I've just drilled a little hole there, and the hole is a bit smaller than what I've shaped this out, and that's pretty good. Let me just see. You see it's going to press on like that. That'll glue into place just fine. Now let's create a couple of wings on here. Okay, after a little bit more shaping and cutting, this is pretty much what I've come up with. I'm going to give it a crack. It's not perfect. Then again, I don't really think it has to be. At least I don't think in my mind. My next job will be to glue this on, and I'll show you the glue that I'm going to use. So the idea, this is just pressing it into place. I'm really keen to see how well this is going to work compared to this one. Now that's nice, but this is very flexible as well, like anything. But the key with this will be to glue it into place that it just sits nice and flat, I guess. Now to glue this onto there, we're going to use Liffle 401. This is the Chinese rip-off version of Loctite 401. Really, really good on all manner of substrates, including rubber and plastics. So this is what I'm going to be using. Try not to get it on the fingers. Once it's in place, this is how I've got it looking. And I think that should work just fine. There we go. Let's see if it's going to clear out this. We're going to do a test cycle. Now, when you install the rotor back into place, it only goes one way. Take note of these ribs over here. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, and then you got this little half one. All right, this half one, there's a slight groove right down there for it to go into. So notice the grooves that are round, that's that little one. If you don't put it in the right direction, the rotor just won't sit right. So there's that little half groove, and I'll put it into position. And then you twist it. There we go. All right, there we go. I'll put this into place. There we go. Put the filter here. Excellent. I'm now going to do a fast test cycle, and the way you do this is when it's off, you hold lock and then you hold that for 5 seconds. So you go press that and then 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up pops everything up on the screen. You press power twice and you go to fast cycle, and then you press start twice. And then it'll start its cycle. It goes through all of the different cycles in there, and it only takes 8 minutes. And once the cycle has finished, okay, let's open it up and see what the GO is. Okay, looks pretty okay. Let's just take a few of these components out just to see how much of the water has actually drained away. And there we go. That's actually worked pretty fine, you know. So I take this impeller out, and Yeah, I think it does the job fine. You saw how it was before. This is its usual state. You know, this impeller actually does work. It drains away the water and it still stayed put. So I'm pretty happy with that fix. I've saved myself $100 using an old woman's shoe. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a couple of things from that. The service manual says this cannot be serviced. As you can see, you can with a little bit of outside the box thinking. There you go. Save yourself $100 and just give it a crack. And once again, Liffle. This stuff, by the way, is waterproof. It's a very, very good glue. It only costs like $5 on AliExpress. So look it up for yourself. Really, really good super glue.